Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Jamin's Daily. I have a special guest today, Matthew Michel, but his friends call him Matt. Is that right, Matt?
That's right.
Thanks for joining me on Jamin's Daily. And, before you came on and started the podcast, we were talking a little bit, and people are probably wondering, Matthew Michel, where do I get my guest? How did we meet? Matthew, it's been couple months, right?
Yeah, it's been a few months. I believe it was back in probably November or October time frame. We did like a Toys for Tots drive. It must have been November.
Yes.
And we met over at the Railroad Seafood Company. We had an event actually with a couple other fellow realtors, some lenders, and insurance agents like yourself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was just a toy drive, and we met over there and hung out.
Funny story about that, dude, was when I first got there, I was trying to make myself useful and help set up, and Keller Williams had brought this signage, and so I attempted to help them, and it broke off. This vinyl came off the clip, and I'm not exaggerating when I say we spent 10-15 minutes trying to fix it. Am I right?
Yeah, and then that was...
And then you came through in the clutch.
Yeah, I figured that one out. I got pretty lucky. I don't even know how I did it, but we made it happen.
And there was at least a good 5 people, like 5 brains were trying to work on it, couldn't figure it out. Michael comes in and magically, the next thing I know, like I had given up and walked away. Next thing I know, it's up and you fixed it.
Yeah, so. that was my introduction of myself.
Right, I was like, this is a man who knows how to fix things. Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, we can act like that.
Right. So fast forward a couple months, and you've been so gracious to invite me to some open houses.
Yes,
that
absolutely.
You've been doing, right?
Absolutely.
And that's been a lot of fun. We get to hang out there, and obviously houses being seen and provide information and run that how that goes, but then we get to kind of visit.
Yeah, eat cookies.
And eat cookies. I'm always, you know why? Folks at home, I've been getting the invite. My mother always taught me, Matt, that if you get invited somewhere or you never show up empty-handed.
Yeah, you shouldn't show up empty-handed.
You don't show up empty-handed.
Like I did today.
All right. I said you were like, should I bring something? I was like, beer. It's a little early. It's a little early for that. But so I bring the cookies, and we make it work. So it's been working out real good, and that's the reason, really, folks, for today's podcast, for today's episode, and for you being our guest, is to go over another open house that you're putting on Saturday.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yep.
What's the address?
The address of this open house is 2046 Silver Sands Drive over here in Corpus Christi. It's going to be off the corner of Rodfield and Holly.
Rodfield and Holly. And that's this Saturday. What time?
It's going to be from 1:30 to 4:30. So, yeah, April 10th, 1:30 to 4:30.
1:30 to 4:30, April the 10th. We're going to, once we put this up, we'll put a nice little image, and we'll run it through. We'll have maybe a cryon or something. So the folks at home, come and join us. We're going to be there. We always have cookies. So that makes it, people, am I lying when sometimes people are reluctant to take the cookies?
People are very reluctant to take the cookies. I don't know if it's just a COVID thing or if everybody's trying to go on a health kick, or I don't know what it is, but people have been very reluctant to take the cookies.
I've noticed this myself, and so
but
I think there's you're right. You're on the money when it comes to maybe COVID. There's a number of things that are going on.
But there are also a few people that are absolutely shameless, and will walk in there, and we'll hold water bottles out there too, and somebody will walk in and take 4 water bottles and 4 cookies and walk out.
They make up. It's the bell curve. So you have people are here. The ones who don't, they're those who make up for them.
Yeah, which is what we want. We want you to feel at home. We don't want you to feel uncomfortable.
Well, what happened, the first time, I leave the cookies there because I didn't want to be, take the cookies and then take them home. So I left them there, and that's not good for you because then what happens? You take them home and then you eat them.
Yeah, I ended up taking them over to the
girlfriend's house. And did they go to? I'm sure they didn't go to waste.
They did not go to waste,
which is good. Which is what I want to see.
Yeah, I can't keep them in my house because I'll eat them all.
Well, I think the last showing that you did, I think there were more cookies were taken by.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure, right?
For
I
sure.
think so.
I think there's generally more traffic too, by a couple families, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that cookie setup is go to HEB. It's right there. Take it.
Mm-hmm.
It's ready for the open house. So we're doing that on Saturday. You're doing that. I'm just being a guest, showing up.
No, we're doing that.
We're doing it. All right,
we're doing it.
We're doing it. We're gonna put on this open house, and we're hoping to keep doing them and doing this podcast as a maybe a pre-showing.
Yeah,
and then we need to do.
absolutely.
And I was telling you how we can even maybe the sky's the limit. Okay, so
Yeah.
moving on, we're gonna go to our first break.
Cool.
And we're going to listen in on this and see how this first segment went. But when we get back, we're going to plug a little bit more on. Just going to go a little further detail on the house that you're showing this weekend.
Sounds
So
good.
when we get back, folks, stay with us. Welcome back from the break, folks. Me, Jamin, your guest on Jamin's Daily Podcast. And our guest today is Matthew Michael with Keller Williams, and we're going to go over a listing for an open house that we're going to be at this Saturday from 1:30 to 4:30. And this is a house on, what's the address?
2046 Silver Sands Drive.
In Corpus Christi, Texas.
Corpus Christi,
78412. And it's 3 bedrooms, 2 bath.
Yep.
It's 1,835 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
It was built in 1979. I'm actually, you know what? Let's go to some photos that we have. And we can, folks at home can see for themselves this beautiful home that you have listed here. So right now we're looking in the living room. It looks like they've redone some. So there've been quite a bit of updates, I would imagine, Matt.
Yes. Yeah. The floors for sure.
The floors
That's a really obvious one. It's
look
nice.
awesome. The flooring looks great. Everything looks kind of fresh and clean.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looks like there's a big sliding back door
Mm-hmm.
because. Go ahead.
Leads out into a super awesome enclosed porch.
Yes, we're gonna get there. In the meantime, the photos that are on Keller Williams, which are at Matt's website, you go to Matthew Michael, and that's MICHEL
Mm-hmm.
.kw.com.
Yep.
Is that right? Just type in the address, you can find it.
Yep. And it's not just for this house in particular. It's a portal to any of the houses that are on the market right now.
Any of the houses that you have,
Mm-hmm.
okay, associated. So okay, yeah.
So
well,
it's a search engine for houses that are available at the moment.
okay, good deal. Nice living area.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of open concept. Got that nice cut in there. Where we go? As we're making it out to that patio you were talking about, it shows the bathroom. Not the bathroom. The kitchen. Obviously, the
Bathrooms
kitchen.
are nice too.
We'll get there. The kitchen. What do you call it? Is that a galley? Is that what you call a galley type kitchen, or?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think that's what it is. All the white's the craze. Am I right? When the white cabinets.
Yeah, even in the modern homes, whites and grays and blues typically. Yep, a lot of white.
Here's the let me see here. The appliances. Everything looking great. There we go. Now we're in the photo of the backyard, the back patio, covered, enclosed.
Mm-hmm. I say enclosed. It's enclosed by like the screen.
The screen.
Yeah, the
yes.
screen, like the mosquito screen.
Correct. Oh man, it looks like lots of fun.
Which is necessary in South Texas.
Correct. Well, that's the thing. Now that it's getting warmer, and then it's gonna start to rain.
Yep.
Mosquitoes.
April showers.
Yeah,
April and May. It's gonna rain.
Yeah. In addition to the flowers, they come the mosquitoes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is listed at
220,000.
220. Man, I think that's a bargain with
It's a pretty good deal, yeah.
the amenities.
Yeah.
Nice brick veneer.
It's well priced. Yes.
Brick veneer home. It looks like to me it has a gable roof. Kind of just going through here. Nice little green door.
think probably my favorite thing about this house is the area it sits in. And I actually live near the area, and I spend a lot of time fishing, hunting on the beach, and traveling as well. And even doing real estate work, it makes things super easy because it's very close to the highway. It is less than 2 minutes from the freeway. So you can get anywhere in Corpus pretty fast. And it's not far from Saratoga either. So, you hit all of the main veins in Corpus super quickly, and it's really easy to get around.
So the location,
Location is awesome.
That's the mantra, right? Location,
Yeah.
location,
Yep.
right? And you know what? I think, shout out to your buddy Caitlin. I think that was a Facebook post for this listing, or maybe it was another listing.
No, it's this one.
It's this one?
Yep.
Okay, we're having a little bit of a drag on our feed, so we're gonna take a break and get back because we don't want to go another 10 minutes and then it's just not gonna work out. So when we return, folks, where does Michael without an A come from?
I have no clue.
No clue.
Got it from my parents.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
No. Okay.
I've heard French is probably the most prominent thing that I've heard.
Sure.
So I think we do have a little bit of a French background. I'm definitely a mutt and a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it looks like it could be some kind of like Colbert, but like Michel or Piquet, if
it may not even be pronounced Michael. That's just what we say.
Sure. Well, I mean, that's what it looks like. So that's that's what most people are gonna say. Like my name, Jamin, growing up all my life, people are like,
oh, it's Jamin.
It's James. It's Jamin.
I thought it was Jammin.
Jamin. I got everything under the sun here in South Texas. I got Hameen all the time. Hameen.
Yeah,
Hyman,
I could see that one.
All kinds of stuff. So, it is what it is. So it looks like it's coming in good.
Cool.
I don't think there's a lag right now. So, folks, thanks for joining us. We're back from the break here on Jamin's Daily. We have a guest. His name is Matt Michael. He is a realtor with Keller Williams, and we're doing a open house this weekend, this Saturday from 1:30 to 4:30. And tell us about the house.
2046 Silver Sands Drive. That's all I got to say about it.
You said, somebody told me that the location of this house is pretty good.
Yeah, so the location of the house is super solid. That's actually my favorite thing about this house, and we'll go into the dimensions of the house and stuff here in a little bit. But first and foremost, location. As the famous Caitlin Chrisman said on a recent Facebook post.
Yes.
It's about 2 minutes away from SBID and probably about 2 minutes away from Saratoga. It is perfectly placed on the corner of Rodfield and Hawley, right there near SBID, and it's just super quick to get anywhere. And for somebody like me, I actually live in the area. I adore that because I spend a lot of time out, maybe in Flower Bluff or on the island, and then I also spend a lot of time traveling. And being a real estate agent, you are just all over the place in general anyways. So it's super convenient to be able to basically run home, do whatever you need to in a timely manner. So definitely works out great for me. I definitely love it, and I don't think you can go wrong with being near the freeway or being next to Saratoga. Those are kind of the main veins in Corpus.
Yeah, I was say those are main thoroughfares where you can get to many of the other adjacent streets.
Yep.
And so it works out terrific. So this house at 2046 Silver Sands, is that right?
Yep.
And what is some of the details? How many bedrooms?
We got 3 bedrooms. We have 2 bathrooms in this house. It is
Wait, I'm going to stop you right now. You know what's going? Okay, well, we're going to try again. And just at some point maybe it could work. How you doing, Matt?
Doing fantastic.
Good. We're in the early stages, the preliminary stages of a successful podcast, or a segment in a podcast.
Yep.
But we're having technical difficulties. I don't know. It's never been this bad though, this early on.
I'm just bad luck.
No, I don't think you're bad luck. I just think we have some technical difficulty, some problem, some things to work over. That's my jam. I'll figure it out. But you've been a good sport. So the reason we're doing this is because of the open house from 1:30 to 4:30 this weekend. What's the address on the house?
2046 Silver Sands Drive.
Silver Sands. And we're going to show the people at home this listing, and there's all kinds of great features about the house. We said location, right? Location is the main thing.
Location is the main thing. It's very well placed.
That's the understatement of the year, right? Scott, it's just location. It's near Hawley and Saratoga, right?
It is near Saratoga. It's off the corner of Rodfield and Hawley, and it's probably about 2 minutes away from both Saratoga and SPID, which are your two main veins in Corpus. So getting anywhere, if you spend a lot of time out Flower Bluff Island going to Port A, or if you spend a lot of time going to San Antonio, it's going to be real quick to get to the highway either way. If you're working on the south side a lot, it's not far from there either. It's just well placed.
Bathrooms, bedrooms?
It's 3 beds, 2 baths, 2-car garage as well, 1,835 square feet, and it was built in 1979.
What's the listing price?
$220,000.
We're looking at that on your website, which is Matthew Michel. That's MICHEL.KW.com.
Yes.
You have other listings as well that they can find there.
Absolutely.
In addition to this house we're going to be at, I'm actually excited to hang out in that really cool looking back patio.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be there again this Saturday from 1:30
to 4:30.
to 4:30. And we're actually going to, Matt, due to some of these technical difficulties, I think we're going to create, we're going to do maybe a 30-45 minute podcast. I had this really cool article to go over about like 13 rules for millennials buying housing, right? We could have talked about that, but we're not. I'm going to try to put something together based off of what we've been doing, and then maybe next week some other one. If it's not this one, it's some other one. But I think what I can get to you is a rough draft, and then you can see the potential.